Thank you, Mr. President, and through you to the members, I rise in support of this redrafted amendment, which I co-sponsored to fund initiatives along the Merrimack River. As many colleagues know, the Merrimack River has had some safety and public health concerns surrounding, in particular, the issue of combined sewer overflows, where storm drain runoff, as well as generators going out, power outages causing untreated sewage to flow into the river has caused pollutants to enter the river, causing a public health issue. This is something that's taking place all throughout the Merrimack Valley, all along that river, all the way to the New Hampshire border. It's something that requires millions and millions in tax dollars to fix in the long term. It requires significant infrastructure updates. I remember when colleagues of mine were so kind. Mr. President, thank you for joining on the river tour. We were out in my district and we saw some of these areas and went out on a boat and took a look at some of these things. So I'm so grateful today that we're going to be funding some of these initiatives to help to stop combined sewer overflows with $300,000. But I will say that this is something that needs millions and millions of dollars of investment to fix in the long term. So while I'm very grateful for this $300,000, I would urge my colleagues, specifically those that are in charge of spending bills like this, to maybe give a little bit more attention to all areas that need infrastructure updates when we're talking about millions of dollars in spending, so that those dollars aren't just going to certain regions and not to others. So proud that I saw recently several infrastructure dollars in the millions going to similar projects in various regions. I think that that is fantastic. I'm really proud of that happening. It would be great if the Merrimack Valley could get in on getting some of those dollars. That is necessary, and the Merrimack Valley is not less important than other regions in this Commonwealth. Lawrence, Lowell, Haverhill, all the way up to the coast, those communities matter too. And those communities deserve to be prioritized just as much as the communities of those who are the most powerful amongst us in this body. I hope that we have a more fair and equitable distribution of these regional earmarks next time we take these matters up. And that certain communities are not viewed as being more important than others, just based on who happens to be representing them at a given time, and whether or not they happen to be favored by certain powerful leaders in this membership. Fairness, equitability, accessibility, inclusion. $300,000, great start. But we have sewage flowing down the Merrimack River that children, animals, and all of our families' drinking water is coming from this source. We have thousands and thousands of people getting their drinking water from this river. We have funds going to infrastructure updates in here. Similar initiatives across the Commonwealth. Again, I praise those efforts. But the Merrimack Valley deserves clean drinking water too. The Merrimack Valley deserves a clean water source too. And the lack of equity in the distribution of these funds today, based on politics, completely unacceptable. I want to thank the senator from Gloucester for working alongside of me to advocate for this amendment once again. And we will be bringing up the need for more funding in the next spending bill, in the budget. And I hope that at that time, Mr. Chairman, we'll look forward to discussing issues important to the Merrimack Valley and equity for the Merrimack Valley as well. Thank you so much, Mr. President.